One thing, thank you. One thing I want to say that I fucked up on is that, apparently, this thing apparently does require us to have all of the chapters, which is a little annoying. But I also fucked up because, and I have to click new again, because, apparently, the recording that I had got fucked up, which was pretty annoying, so I'm gonna have to speed up this entire thing. Bear with me for a second, we'll be back where we were in like a short amount of time. We're kind of back. I'm just gonna sift through all the stuff that we already saw. I also already know what's kind of going to happen. I'm gonna look up, because I already did last time. I still didn't want to see that.
Please, don't hurt me!
That's awesome, that great face. That's fucking great. I didn't want to see that. Also, the room's fucked. Without thinking, I scrambled towards the door. Gross, I just sneezed. That's nasty if you didn't hear that. Anyway, I struggled to open the door, but it won't budge. Obviously, this lady wants my penis.
Stay away!
Don't tell her to stay away. She wants it. What now? Wait.
Let me out!
Okay, yeah, obviously. Okay, now I remember this shit. Oh crap, she's getting a lot closer than she should have. Fuck off, chat thing. People. Who don't exist. Wasting no time, I leap out the door, and if I remember, she fell down the stairs. I had a lot more. I will tell you when I'm going in line, because... this cool intro. And let me just maybe make that a thumbnail. There we are. Awesome. I don't know if this song is copyrighted either. It's probably not, but I can't be too sure. Opening logs. Additional download. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I already downloaded this shit because before I was playing the game and I was recording, and first of all, I was gawking over how cool Ash is because he looks so fucking awesome, and apparently he has a gun, so that's also pretty fucking cool. His hair makes him look cool. He's just the coolest character. I'm gonna stop dicking over Ash. Those two blonde people in the background are apparently really terrible people. Well, not terrible people, but like shitty people that I just don't like. And I liked the guy with the camera. I mentioned how I liked him because he has dreads and he has a camera. So he's obviously cool. Ash is the best character. Even if I don't get to finish actually playing this game because I don't have any online currency, I can just watch the rest of it and, like, record myself being entertained by it or something because I can't fucking play it, but... Now, this part, you guys did not see, like... I am gonna try and go as fast as possible because I don't want to repeat the same shit. I will slow down so it can reach it.
5 more minutes, Becca.
And I will still keep the voice acting in there because obviously the voice acting has to be. If you need time to read it, if I'm going, you guys just pause it or something.
Isabella?
I'm waiting. I was in awe too when I first saw this stuff. So, let's look at that. There's also a new function on YouTube that allows you to slow down the video.
Alright, Isabella,
So you
where
can
are
also
we?
just slow down the video if I'm going too fast, so you can read it all.
I'm in Guard Mansion. Ow, my head.
And the date today?
October 21st?
Last one. Can you count to 15 in reverse order?
15, 14, 13, 12 teen? No, that's wrong. Why are we doing this?
She's just checking if your injury is in any way serious.
didn't notice before, but the lady in the background, her name is Kalach. I'm not even joking, and I am kind of joking, but yeah, Kalach. She's Irish. Right. Nice. I was gonna tell a story, but
Just do it, please.
you know,
You scared me for a moment there. Are you all right?
yep.
There was someone, Rose. In the attic.
Someone? You mean a client? Oh, that's unlikely. It's probably just one of the cleaning crews.
Yeah, she's a client. I made a joke a while back earlier. Sure, yesterday, and it was a good joke about the client, quote unquote. But my recording got fucked up, so I'm gonna tell the joke again. It's not gonna be as funny. I made a joke that the client was the lady that attacked and she's like always shows up, and she's like a homeless lady.
The boss sent a few of them back this morning for some last minute.
No, not any of those. They're, I'm not actually sure. Wait, didn't I call you? You said you were in the attic when you answered. That's why I went there in the first place.
I'm also disappointed in myself for calling out that Rose was killed way too early in the story because she wasn't on the art or the intro. And she's here right now. I'm a little disappointed. I'm also gonna try and be quieter because I'm gonna assume that my voice is a little annoying when somebody's trying to watch the game. So I'm gonna stop talking for stupid shit. Her eyes wide. It just turns back to me. I say I'm gonna be quieter.
As much as I'd love to have gotten at least a heads up of your arrival, signal here is absolutely horrendous. I was in the garden earlier and couldn't even make a single call. Isabella, I'm going to ask again. Are you really all right? What happened?
I don't know. It's all a bit blurry. I remember I was looking for you, but you weren't in the attic. And there's whoever it is. And I must have tripped on a rug or something on the way down. Oh no. Do you think someone came in while you were out? You left the main door open. We are so going to get into big trouble if something gets stolen, Rose.
Perhaps it is a concussion. Are you sure you feel fine? We could still...
No, I'm fine. I'm okay, Rose. I can work.
Also, the reason I keep cutting off Rose in particular, I'm not trying to be like a douche to Rose. I'm trying to like speed up the process. Because I already saw this stuff.
Besides, if I leave, you'll have to shoulder everything in the open house, alone. And in a mansion this big? See? I'm A-okay.
All right, you in. But if I see that you aren't feeling well, I'm taking you personally to the nearest clinic to have you...
Clear as day, ma'am. Thanks, Rose.
You insisted. But remember what I said. First sign of you looking not okay, and we're off.
It's just a small bump. Don't worry.
You shouldn't downplay these kinds of things. It could be a serious injury for all we know.
And she coughed and cleared her throat twice.
My sincerest apologies, Miss McCulloch. Marianne McCulloch.
See, I wasn't kidding. Her name is Miss McCulloch. Or McCulloch. I'm gonna call her McCulloch. And I've been making that joke since yesterday, so I'm calling her that. That's her name now. Marianne McCulloch. McCulloch.
Miss McCulloch, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We're just ironing out a few things, but we'll be starting the tour soon enough. In the meantime, we've prepared some refreshments for you in the parlor while you're waiting. If you could please.
I didn't make this joke before, but it better not be tap water, because I've had some really bad experiences with tap water.
Thanks. There's no need for it, though. I just dropped by for a quick survey of the place. I thought I should check the estate before I meet with the homeowners.
Interesting.
I'm sorry. Homeowners?
I should have kept my mouth shut.
Yes. Hannah Wright? I was hired by her to handle the interior design for their newly bought home. This is the Ermengarde mansion, right?
It is, but...
Yeah, now I actually kind of understand this, because last time I saw this, she mentioned homeowners and such. I'm pretty sure we're trying to sell the house. We'll check with our supervisor. That's how I said last time, so I'm gonna keep with my
It is,
same
ma'am, but we weren't
things.
aware the mansion has already been sold.
What do you mean?
I almost flinched when she turned her gaze on me, but I stand my ground, because it isn't like I haven't dealt with awkward situations like this before. I know the feeling. I may screw up at times, but that doesn't mean I haven't learned a thing or two in 5 years I've worked in the business.
The mansion is indeed for sale, ma'am. Today's the open house, in fact. However, we haven't heard anything from the higher-ups that a deal has already been closed for this particular property. If you'd like, my co-agent and me can check with them right now.
Nice.
I thought something looked odd when I arrived here. Excuse me, I think I need to make a call to my secretary. Thank you for your assistance, Miss Santos.
Interesting. What the fuck? Why did you come back?
There seems to have been a little misunderstanding with my client. If you'll allow it, I'd like to stay and wait for them here. I was informed they'll be dropping by for the open house today. I figured it'd be a waste to just leave after that long drive. I might as well meet him here.
Certainly. You could stay at the parlor in the meantime, ma'am. I'm sure it won't be long before our guests arrive. And, Isabella, I left a few documents in my car. You know where I keep those. Can you please get it for me? And hurry. We've still got a few minutes to double-check those papers.
Okay, got it.
Alright. Also, they say this place is huge, but it looks kind of small on the inside, I mean. And you'd think they'd take down those paintings. And my brother yesterday came in the middle of my recording and started acting like a dick. That's also interesting. That's nice. Okay, right now I'm gonna actually start reading this because I basically kind of got where I was, and it's only been 13 minutes. Last time it's been 30 minutes by the time I got over here. So, your neck's, arms, and fingers are adorned with silver and gold glinting in the afternoon sun. Some even have some ridiculously fancy feathered hats on their heads. I really hope there aren't any magpies living there like in the stories. These birds will have a field day in this. I also didn't get that joke last time, but magpies like to jump on people's hair if they have feathered hats, apparently. They are murmuring amongst themselves, looking at the estate's facade, appraisingly. I said that word right? With some arguing about whose mansion has the superior architecture. But most of it stops at Rose calls for their attention. They don't look too pleased as being ordered around, but what can they do about it? They're the buyers, not the sellers. They can shut the fuck up.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Rose Cooper, and this is my partner, Isabella Santos. We'll be taking a tour of the mansion in 2 groups. Please make sure you filled up our sign-in forms before joining a specific group.
Those who want to look around the first floor, please follow my partner. I'll be guiding the ones who wish to see the ground floor.
I also didn't understand this because I'm pretty sure the first floor and the ground floor are the same fucking thing. So saying that they're two different things bothers me a bit. Hearing this, few wander to me. They are mostly old ladies who seem daunted at the idea of climbing all those stairs. Except for this young douchey-looking couple. I mentioned how much Luke looks like a douchebag, and that's apparently his name. It's even a douche name. I'm kidding for anyone who watches this named Luke. I'm kidding, please. He seriously looks like a douche, though. He reminds me of Albert Wesker. Miss McCulloch also joins our group, but what really catches my eye is the elegantly dressed pair she approaches.
It's so nice to finally meet you. When Chief Inspector Lee mentioned that a famous interior designer is in town, I knew I had to get you.
Your confidence in my skills is very flattering, Mom.
I'm sure you won't disappoint, Marianne.
I also made the joke that he actually kind of sounds like Wesker.
Oh, you know each other?
Not at all, Ma'am.
You mentioned something about a Marianne on our way here, darling?
Oh, yes, I think I did.
It must be the clients she was talking about. I might have seen their faces somewhere before, some magazine or the television. I can't remember. But then again, most of the guests here already look like they're on the news or something, so I'm not really surprised. For people who are popular, though, they aren't dressed as, like, they don't draw attention to themselves. The woman in particular is stunning enough to turn the heads of most people, so, like, she passes by and people will, like, rubberneck her. Especially the men. Yeah, exactly. The guy standing next to her looks like a douche. I'm going to be a bit bold here with my assumptions. I'm gonna say he's doing this because he wants people to look at him. Both of them are probably doing it, but, I mean, I think they are brother and sister, but this isn't Alabama. They're obviously married. With their rings on their fingers. The very bright, shiny silver rings. They're obviously not siblings. Unless they are, and this actually is Alabama. I'm gonna stop with the Alabama jokes before I get punched. Well, anyway, I don't really think it matters because, I just want to get this deal closed so I don't have to be here. This place gives me the creeps. Rose is an idiot. All the people that Rose brought are stupider, because why would anyone want this place aside from the fact that it looks pretty? I mean, everyone knows about this Dolph. Anyway, when they aren't whispering with each other and going, whoa, that's cool, that's awesome. They're asking questions. From how the restoration process to the history of the place, I answer them all. I'm more than happy to talk about the art pieces and architecture mostly. However, I'm careful not to mention anything about the urban legend, lest I lose the sale and people leave and we don't tear this place down, which is what I totally want them to do, because that would be smart. Not a good material for sales talk, or is it? Maybe people like cursed houses.
Some of the furnishings here are actually the 17th century originals, all of which have undergone a painstaking restoration process just to return its original beauty.
That's nice.
Even the glass thing, colorful ones. Oh, I don't know, but you get the idea, I hope. Especially that one, ma'am. It is said to be a gift commissioned by the fiancé of Lady Charlotte Ermengarde.
Nice.
The mansion's current owners have specifically requested that the restoration crew take great care in handling it. It's a priceless work of art and the most distinctive feature of the mansion.
By the time I stopped talking, she was already fucking looking somewhere else, because apparently she has the attention span of a hamster.
Isn't this place wonderful, darling? I told you it's not a total waste of your time.
I don't know. Isn't it a bit too small? We might have to break a wall down to have more room.
So you're telling me you're gonna buy this place just to demolish something and move your own shit in?
Well, I think it is just right. Don't you think so, Marianne?
Well, she doesn't seem to care.
It is splendid, Mom. But Isn't it a little too early to make plans when no deal has been signed yet?
Never mind that. It isn't going to be a problem. We've got a wonderful legal team to handle everything.
I have a family full of lawyers.
Start taking notes, though. I think I've got a few things I want changed before we move in.
The fuck? She just kind of already, like, thinks that she's gonna be moved in. I don't think any assumptions yet, but their sheer interest is enough to give me a helping hand, because I don't want to have this place still, because then it's gonna take fucking years to sell. Oh god, let these be the people who die in this house. Anyway, at some point our team reaches the fucking kitchen. And it's actually a pretty nice fuck off. And it's actually a pretty nice kitchen. It's obviously got knives and booze and bowls and booze. Well, anyway, it looks nice, I guess. Looks old, but it looks nice. It's also got no dust in it, surprisingly. Seriously, after overhearing hundreds of their complaints about the soot and tar staining the bricks and how much of a pain in the ass cleaning this will be, they still managed to pull this off. Or make it look presentable, at least. Yeah, they cleaned it
The
nice.
highlight of the room, however, is what's underneath this hatch here.
Oh, don't say anything yet. An underground wine cellar.
Oh yeah, if I remember, Luke really is into booze, so he really likes the fact that there's a wine cellar. She's like, yeah, it's nice so you can put all your stuff, right? You know, I mean, like, if you want to, like, clear it out, put some of your stuff there. He's like, yeah, no, but the booze, though. Are there booze still down there? That'd be really cool. The sudden act of this caught me off guard because, like, he seemed so disinterested with the rest of the house, and he even contemplated tearing down an entire wall. But no, when I mention a wine cellar and booze, he's like, all right. By this time, something lights up in his eyes. Yeah, he's only interested in the basement. He's probably gonna murder a bunch of people and keep them down there, but, like, right now he just gives me an impression of a child who has seen candy or something. I also found it cute whenever I see children act that way, so I'm saying he's cute, basically. It's almost hilarious.
Yes, sir. It could house around 7,000 to 11,000 bottles of wine.
Oh, that's enough for me. We'll take the house.
Truly. And the room. How was it built?
The bricks that were used to build the cellar have been carefully picked for the purpose of maintaining and preserving a constant temperature and humidity in the room.
No breath. I have to contemplate that she took no breaths when saying that is all one sentence. It's not even a fucking paragraph. It's a sentence.
It's a good place to keep your private collection in, if you have one, sir.
It keeps the corks in good condition.
Oh, love. Didn't you say before that you wanted to make your own personal vineyard? Perhaps you could start one here.
You know we're going to need space for that, darling.
I was gonna make the joke that Hannah is actually kinda hot, but she's pretty annoying and she kinda ruined it for me.
If it's space you're worried about, sir, the Ermengarde mansion sits on a 46-acre lot. There's plenty of room for it. We were told that the original owners had a horse stable built here before, too.
The completive expression on Mr. Wright's face, but he doesn't say anything further. His wife, however, seems really pleased that he has started to show interest, if only a little late. I smile to myself. She grins. She has like a shit-eating grin, too. But I sure as hell know how to spot a buyer with sincerest interest. So this is great, because they're gonna die in the house and not me. Can't wait to tell Rose. The rest of the tour goes by without a fuck off. Without a hitch. After more than a half an hour, we're able to cover almost every room in the ground floor. The first floor. Oh shit, they're the same thing. Anyway, now I can't even bring myself to care because my feet hurt, and I've been touring and exploring and telling people how shit is done. In reality, if this was me, I would have just said, "Oh, this is a thing. Buy it." I don't have to explain anything else about it. It's just here. It's there to look at. You can fucking figure it out yourself. I don't want to tell you the history behind it because that's work and I'm gonna not take breaths. Anyway, this is a nice room. We reached this nice ass room and I feel something crawling up my ass. and it's like it feels like a snake or something, but like a really cold snake that's like covered in like branches and stuff and quills. Anyway, whispers in my ear, shadows dancing, lurking in the corner of my vision. The pictures are also moving and flipping me off, so dark silhouettes that are gone when I turn to look. My point is, I feel like somebody's pranking me. And I don't want to be here, so I need to fuck off for a little while. The old ladies in the group have been requesting for a break anyway. Yeah, breaks are for slackers. If I can just...
Excuse me, everyone? We will be taking a 15-minute rest here before we visit the first floor. In the meantime, please help yourselves to the refreshments and snacks we prepared. If anyone has any questions, feel free to approach me. I'd be happy to help you.
I let them sit while I retreat to the corner of the room. It's not what you think. Don't think about it. It's not what you think. I've already said that. It's probably just caught Becca's cold. If you caught Becca's cold, then I feel very bad for Becca, because obviously this is some crazy cold that she's talking about. Hallucinations, cold sweats, people whispering in your ear that you're gonna die. That's great. Nice. Somebody...
Hello, you there? Yes, ma'am?
Oh, look at you. Having to show a group around a mansion this big must be exhausting.
Kinda.
Not a problem, ma'am. I'm just doing my job.
What a hard worker.
Anyway, Isabel, right?
No. Can people stop fucking talking to me on Facebook? I'm trying to record a game.
Isabella, actually. But yes,
Well, actually, shout
what can
out
I
to
help
those
you with,
people who
ma'am, right?
actually managed to sneak their way into my video.
Please, just Hana. Call me Hana. I
I'll
just
call you
wanted to
Hannah,
ask,
because that's how it's
how
pronounced.
soon are we able to move in?
My brain completely stops. The sick feeling plaguing me is suddenly gone, replaced by utter bewilderment. Is this a joke? A sick joke? She looks at me expectantly as I struggle to come up with an answer.
Wait, ma'am, you see, but we haven't even negotiated a price yet, ma'am. We haven't even finished touring the rest of the mansion. A sale would be great and all, but...
She stops me from speaking. And fucking basically just claws me in the shoulder
Oh,
with her hands.
please, sweetie, don't insult me. Money is not a problem. And, just between you and me, this place is better off with us than with some old lady who'll probably just fill it up with cats.
I also agreed with her because she has an actual... That point is actually valid, kinda.
I personally don't think there's anything wrong with having cats here, ma'am Hana. I'm sure there's more than enough space here if you want pets.
Perhaps I'm still not feeling well, but really? What's wrong with cats? More importantly, why is she talking about moving in already? Because she just wants the house. Just give her the house so you don't have to... You can just be done with it. Just give her the
Well,
house.
I'm
She's
more of a
rich.
dog
She'll give you
person.
money.
But you see, this is going to be a gift to my darling. It's going to be our anniversary soon. And it would be so wonderful if you can secure its purchase for us. Why, I can even offer something extra if you help us out with the paperwork.
We actually have a process for this, ma'am. I don't really think that would be necessary or appropriate.
I mean, you're stupid because she's rich and she's offering you stuff that you probably want for the house. She even said she'll give you some extra stuff. I would have just taken that deal and rigged it so they can get the house. Plus, you're selling the house. You're still doing your job.
And just what are you two lovely ladies talking about here? Leaving me and our lovely interior designer to talk here by ourselves. What would the people think, darling?
Oh, it's just small talk, love. I was asking if she could help me with the paperwork.
Interesting. Oh yeah, she starts clawing my shoulder for some reason. I can't but send an imploring look at Miss Kalach, who only gives me an apologetic smile and just shrug. She's clawing into my shoulder and you're just gonna shrug at me? Fuck you.
Yeah, I can give you a fact sheet and a form to fill out.
She wastes no time in taking the papers from my hand and shuffles through the bunch. Oh man, Rose is going to be so angry for letting her do that. Oh right,
Wonderful.
Rose is gonna be a thing. That's why. So it's less of me losing my job, it's more of I'm gonna piss off Rose. I mean, come on. She'll give Rose something extra, too, because she's rich.
And Marianne, I'd really love to talk to you about those changes. You took some notes earlier, yes?
I did, Mom. But I really hope that this time...
Excellent. Hopefully you can help us out too, Isabel. Isabella. Right. It's a lovely
She's like, yeah,
name,
whatever.
Isabel. It's Isabella. Yes, that's great.
She's like, yeah, that's
We'll
nice.
be more than happy to put in a good word to your superiors too, and what's this?
A look of confusion and disgust appears on her face. Turning to her husband, he merely shrugs in reply.
That's, an interesting work of art.
Darling, Buttercup, art is a complete overstatement for this garbage. It looks like a cheap prop from a D-list horror film.
Shush, love. Let the girl do what she pleases with, what? Oh, forget about it. At the very least, it's not as dreadful as the one art exhibit I was forced to attend last month. You should have seen it, Marianne. Even you would have been appalled.
Okay, so apparently all of the characters in this are either stupid or Isabel is a pansy because they're looking at the letter from what I'm assuming. I've already, this is as far as I actually got. I'm almost blind at this point. But this is the letter that they basically got is obviously that fucking chain letter. So in reality, Isabel is just like a loser who's scared because when she saw it, she freaked out and flipped shit. When they're seeing it, they're just like, okay, well, this is cool, I guess. But, I mean, it's not as bad as what we saw a month ago. Like, it would have been, you should have seen it, it was gross.
But I'm sure you'll know what to do with our walls once we get started.
I also made a joke about the walls thing because, first of all, context. I would very much like context. She's already kind of hot, so, I mean, if you make her say things like that, you're gonna make me get the wrong idea.
I highly doubt it is as bad as you say, Mom.
Anyone who saw my gorillas video will know exactly what kind of person I am.
Nevertheless, you can be assured that my team will only pick whatever suits your tastes. Nothing of this chain letter sort, of course. It has to always work with a palette.
I'm also confused about how the chain letter thing works. So, first of all, it says show it to 5 people. That's already 3 people. It's already 3 people. I'm assuming she's gonna... Gross. I'm assuming she's gonna show it to her friend Rose. So that's 4 fucking people. So, after 5th person, Isabel's basically safe. Just show it to an old lady or something. Isabel's safe. Assuming I wasn't right about them dicking you over regardless of how many people you show or not. I mean, so, like... If Isabel shows it to, like, 2 more people, then Isabel's safe. Isabel wins. Isabel's out of here. Isabel has no problems.
I'm quite sure chain letters these days don't come in this form.
Yeah, you're right. It's my turn to be puzzled. What do they mean? Rose and I double-checked everything. The papers I had are going to ask what I did wrong. I don't want to mess this up. I really don't want to fuck this up. But with the way Ma'am Hannah's leading the conversation, I'm afraid that's exactly what will happen if I do interrupt her.
That's good to hear. See, darling, isn't she an absolute delight to work with? I can't wait to see how this place will look when she's done with it.
Oh, you don't have to tell me that, Buttercup.
Smile back on her face when she turns to me and hands me the strange piece of paper.
I would still put it away if I were you, though. Otherwise, people might get the wrong impression.
Like, what kind of impression?
Anyway, as I was saying...
I don't really hear what everything else she says because I'm freaking out over the way the paper. I figure out what we looked, and, first of all, you should not be freaking out, because if the thing is right about showing it to 5 people, then you're good. That's how chain letters work, I think.
Isabella? Isabella? Are you alright? You're looking pale.
I didn't even notice Rose. I also didn't notice her giant group of old people with her, and buyers. I don't want to be here. So, now I remember everything. I got jumped by a creepy person, a homeless person who was in the attic. They had blood on them, so obviously she obviously assaulted someone before she assaulted me. Shoved me down the stairs and everything. It's real.
The letter. I'm sorry. I didn't know.
Careless. I've been so careless. How do I even tell them without warning them? Okay, so what I did last time, this is as far as I'm going without being blind. Let me just move. Sorry, my bed is squeaky. Squeaky as fuck. Alright, I showed her the letter. I also made an assumption of 2 possible things that would happen if I did or didn't show her the letter. If I didn't show her the letter, I'm pretty sure Isabel would have just kept that to herself, and no one would have really known, and then later in the game they would have been, why didn't you show me this? And it would have been annoying. But right now, I showed her, and the other thing was exactly what I thought it was gonna be. Well, kinda. She didn't look at the paper and was like, oh, well, it's blank. I assumed that it was gonna be blank when she looked at
Rose,
it, but it's
we need to
not.
get out of here. This place is cursed.
Yeah, Isabel draws fucking attention to herself. All these old people are like, what? What did she say? Cursed? Huh? Smersed? Burst? What is she talking about? Except for a few people who didn't even give enough of a shit to listen to what they were saying or hear what she said, and continue their normal conversations.
Isabella, we've already had a conversation about this weeks ago. Those are just stories.
No, you don't. You're wrong.
And I'm telling you that it's not. I saw something in there. It's not human at all. I thought it was just nothing, but isn't this letter proof enough?
Nice.
Look, I'm really getting worried about you. I know you want to see this open house through, but your condition is more important. Give me a few minutes to wrap things up here, and I'll drive you to the nearest hospital.
No! You don't understand! There isn't a condition, Rose. No concussion at all. I'm fine. But this place isn't, and you're being stubborn about it.
Hello, beautiful ladies. Complete global saturation.
Now, ladies, what seems to be the problem
Did I
here?
mention that he's Wesker?
Nothing, sir. I just had to clarify a few things with my colleague.
Well, it certainly seems intense. A smile fits the 2 of you better, in my opinion.
Is he getting turned on by us yelling at each other? Cause,
Especially darling little Lily here.
her name's not Lily. He gives us both a creepy shoulder squeeze. You know, the type only pedophiles give children?
It's Isabella, sir.
Or, like, creepy dudes on the internet?
Of course. But my point still stands. And with 2 beautiful ladies here, I'm sure.
And I'm sure little Lily here would certainly appreciate it if you remove your pretty hands from her, darling.
He's like, oh shit, I got caught cheating on my wife and being a pervert. Can't do that. I like having a wife. I like having money. Yep, Miss McCulloch's like, I'm gonna make an assumption here. Miss McCulloch is like a lesbian or something, and she like wants wants Hannah or something. So like she agrees with every little thing that Hannah wants her to do, and she like completely shrugs off every tiny thing, like tiny wrong thing that she does. I'm just gonna make that assumption also, because she's like, oh, you're cheating on your wife? Wow, you're really not a cool guy. Here, come to me, Hannah. I'll treat you right. Realization that we might lose the sale because of my outburst. Oh, shit. Oops. I fucked up. Except I didn't, because I did make this exact same fucking thing before. And shit, I'm dropping my phone all over the place.
I think I need to step out for a while. I'll be back.
Bowing my head, I mutter a quick apology and gather my stuff to make quick exit. Doesn't matter if this place is haunted or not, because I just pissed off Rose, and she's gonna beat the crap out of me when I get outside. Like, horribly. She's gonna smack the shit out of me.
Isabella, wait!
Or not.
Hey, I'm not angry.
I know. I'm sorry I ruined this for you.
Come on, you didn't ruin anything. It's not like we haven't ran into any problems before. If we don't get a deal today, we can always try on a different day. And look.
She hesitates, completely trailing off, before shifting her gaze down to her hands, a small gesture to stall. Her fingers are fiddling with a piece of folding paper. It's that stupid letter again. So yeah, Rose has seen it. So you've already given it to 4 people? I'm pretty sure it said send it to 5 people, so give it to Ash, fuck it. Ash is gonna be the dude bro. I'll throw it away if I can, but I have this nagging feeling that one way or another, it'll find its way back to me, so like
Rose,
a Ouija board.
You have to let them know about...
I know you want us to get this sale so badly. And we've made a lot of plans on how to go about this. I mean, who wouldn't? This is the first time I've been assigned to a property like this. I've sold plenty of houses before, but nothing like what we have here. It's a beautiful house. I'd love to get one of my own if I ever win the lottery. But I think... Look, here's the thing, Isabella. If we are going to do this, work on something, I don't know, this big, I need you in top shape. And the way you are now...
What? Wait. No, I can still work. I just need to get myself together.
That's what you said earlier. I let it go because I thought, hey, it's your own body and you should know more than anyone how you feel. But after this, I really think you should take a break.
You're kicking me out?
No, I'm not. Look, all I'm asking is for you to take a seat somewhere I can see you, and let me handle this for now. You're clearly not yourself, and I honestly could use some time not worrying when you'll fall over or not. The day's not even over, and I'm already feeling the stress. Please, humor me just this once.
Right. Alright.
I promise I'll give you a full report of what happens after. I'll even let you take the lead tomorrow.
Fine. Okay. I'll step aside for now.
I just want to rest outside and smoke some cigs.
You're upset.
A little, yeah, obviously.
If it's any consolation, I won't tell the boss about today. You know how he is.
Please don't. I don't want a repeat of the lecture I got during my first assignment. He called me a noob, and I don't even know what that means.
I made a joke that she doesn't play enough video games.
So, are we good?
Still not okay with it, but I guess. I mean, I guess I'll just wait outside and smoke.
I won't be able to help you anyways if I keep getting distracted like this. Maybe I'll just take a walk outside or something while I wait for you to wrap things up.
See, she's all for my idea. I was kidding, but...
Please, just stay put. I insist.
I'm not an invalid, Rose.
You clearly have not seen how you looked earlier.
It's not that bad.
Color hasn't even returned to your cheeks yet. Just stay here, all right? Don't even think of going anywhere. Let me finish what I'm doing here, and then I'll take you back to Luxembourg myself to have that minor bump checked. At least wait for me to call someone who will fetch you, okay?
She's gone before I can voice one more word of complaint. Which it started with an F and a Y. Left with nothing else to do, I find myself drinking back to the foyer. Few visitors linger in the area, some merely enjoying the afternoon, sunlight streaming through the stained glass windows. Others can be seen admiring the priceless antiques decorating the room, and I'm gonna save because this is as far as I got last time, and I'm going in blind. One group of elderly is gathered some ways across from me. It's occupied in a friendly banter about which one would cost more to buy. A little argument here, and occasional laughter and teasing there. Smile to myself, because I know all these people are gonna get killed when they buy this house. Well, Rose is probably right, I do need a break. Maybe this afternoon's hangout will help. Speaking of, I should call Ash, yeah! How's it going, douche? best character. Besides, I don't have a ride back. So calling Ash would actually be very helpful towards myself. Or bribe him. Because, what kind of bribe? Because, I mean, I'll give Ash anything, Slurp. Not that he'll even ever accept the latter, personally, convictions and all. Honestly, if there's something I find admirable in him, it's his face and his nice chiseled body. Like, and he has a gun, that's also cool, despite his tendency to annoy the shit out of me. It's that, well, whatever way works, a free ride is still a free ride. There's Rose's offer, too. But despite what she says, I know she'll be busy for the rest of the afternoon, especially without me assisting. Bothering her for a favor as small as this is the last thing I want to do right now. A couple of minutes ago, and a few prayers asking for a decent signal later, the call finally connects, and...
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out.
Did Ash make his own rap for his phone?
I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm
Shit, how
Ash
loud
from
is this thing
Deluxe
even?
City. Baggers, watch out. Can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy.
Hell
Sup, I'm Ash from
no.
Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out. Can't
Ash is
beat
a
me.
pain in my...
Looking for
The
trouble?
Ash is really
Better
a pain
not
right
lie.
now. He's a
I'm a cool
dickhead, and it's
dude,
really
pretty
funny.
fly for
A
an
sharp
Asian
ringing
guy.
fills the entire
Sup,
hall,
I'm Ash from
disrupting the
Deluxe
pleasant
City.
quiet that
Baggers,
has
watch
settled.
out.
Soon
Can't
enough,
beat me.
has
Looking for
heads
trouble?
begin to turn
Better
in search
not
of the
lie.
source of
I'm a
mine.
cool dude,
Oh
pretty fly
god,
for an
now
Asian
you're
guy.
embarrassed because
Sup,
Ash
I'm Ash from
screwed up.
Deluxe City. Baggers,
My eyes
watch
dart
out.
around the small
Can't
crowd
beat
before
me. Looking for
zeroing in on
trouble?
a lone
Better not
figure
lie.
crouching
I'm a
crouched
cool
behind
dude,
the same
pretty
group
fly
of
for
old
an
people
Asian
checking
guy.
out the decors
Sup,
minute.
I'm Ash from
He's
Deluxe
facing
City.
away from me,
Baggers,
fumble.
watch
Is
out.
Ash
Can't
already
beat me.
there?
Looking for trouble? Better
But I
not
don't need
lie.
to see his
I'm a
face to
cool
know whose
dude,
back it
pretty
is, and
fly
I'd
for an
recognize
Asian
that dumb
guy.
Parka anywhere.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe
Without bothering to
City. Baggers,
end the
watch
call,
out.
I march
Can't
towards
beat
him.
me. Looking
After
for
what
trouble?
happens today,
Better not
I'm
lie.
really not in the
I'm a
mood to
cool
deal with
dude,
this.
pretty fly for an
Also,
Asian guy.
if Ash really
Sup,
wanted
I'm
to not
Ash
draw
from
attention to
Deluxe
himself,
City.
he would have just
Baggers,
answered
watch
the
out.
phone.
Can't beat me.
Of all the
Looking for
times to-
trouble? Better not lie.
Ashton Frey!
He looks so cool. What happens next is something I'll surely regret later for not recording. He jumps, lets out in an undignified yelp, followed by his phone slipping out from his grip. He bounces from one hand to the other in his poor attempt to catch it before ultimately failing flat in the thing. Yep. Kind of feel sorry for the phone and the floor and Ash, kinda. Ash seems like a pretty chill dude. Also, he just told me he's Asian, so I guess he's Asian. But it's not every day that you can catch someone like Ash off guard and get a reaction. Damn his stupid detective senses. I'll take every ounce of victory I can get, no matter how small. So Ash is smart, is what you're also telling me. An awkward pause passes between us. I blink, and he's cool. He makes a face, and then in a too-quick motion, he ducks and retrieves his abused gadget. He doesn't meet my eyes when he straightens, but a flush has kept his neck and cheeks. In another universe where we haven't known each other for 5 years, and suffering through his teasing isn't a day-to-day occurrence, chances are I'd find that adorable. However, the way things are, I'm already content to see him in acting
Hello to
like a
you too,
dickhead.
scaredy cats. I could stand to be greeted like a normal person, you know.
What? And miss that look on your face? No way! Oh man, I should have taken a picture.
I am so honored you find this funny. Is that how you treat your guests? I think I need to talk to your supervisor.
So, is Ash actually, is his name actually Ashhole, or is that, her nickname for him, and, I'm getting nicknames on the things for the people that she views? Is that what's actually happening here? Because I did not notice that was even happening.
Talk to yourself. You aren't even a guest here. What are you doing here in the first place?
For a moment, he looks like a cat that swallowed the canary. Suddenly, checking every nook and cranny in his bone for any damages or scratch seems to be a more interesting activity than explaining himself.
Ash,
I could be looking to buy a house.
a mansion.
Yeah, why not? Did you
Shit, I didn't mean to do that. Fuck. Anyway, let's look at what he just said. Haha, because I can do that. It's like, why not? Did you see the view outside? Doesn't look haunted to me, after all. He's messing with me, yep.
Ashton, I am not in the mood. What are you doing here?
He chances a glimpse at some point behind me. The parlor? Curious, I followed his gaze, but before I could figure out what has caught his attention, he places a hand on my shoulder and turns back
I
to
just
face
finished
him.
working on something, so I dropped by.
I still don't see how his work has anything to do with why he's here, but
And I said I'll see if I can pick you up. Turns out I can. Free time and all. So here I am. Figured you'd still be busy, and so I roamed around for a while.
Oh, you should have mentioned that sooner. I was about to throw you out.
Throw me? Hey, I was given a pamphlet. I think that makes me a legitimate client.
that's a good point.
We have mandatory sign-in sheets for clients, Ash. I didn't see your name on it. And you can't just roam around because it says open house. Normal people actually follow an etiquette here.
Right, okay. I think I'll just go ahead and...
No, wait. I wasn't really going to throw you out. Rose said... Never mind. I was just about to leave anyway.
Wait, what? Now?
Ha! Sometimes I forget how easy reading people is for Ash, given how he looks like... He often looks like everything around him is a chore. I can completely understand and relate to Ash. I avoid his eyes, hoping he'll drop the subject and won't ask me any more questions. The last thing I want is to tell him what happened, especially the part about the letter. In fact, he's the last person on Earth I'll ever think about telling it to if I can help. Sure, he's a dependable guy, and he's got a gun. God knows how many times he has helped me, even without me asking. Because he's also got a gun, so you should probably, trust this dude and maybe not be an asshole to him because he's got a gun. And never believe those, even if he hears it from a friend, except maybe if it's Becca. On a good day, okay, so he might have a crush on Becca or something. And the most harmless thing he'll do is give you an explanation why those things have no choice of ever being real. At worst, he's insufferable. He'll poke fun at you at every single chance he'll get. What did I ever do to him? He never does that to Becca or Zach because he's trying to douche. From my personal experience and me being relatable to him, it's because he's trying to be a douchebag. That's what's happening. Before I catch his attention, I shove the letter deep into my pocket.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Oh, let's just go.
You know, if you had just showed it to him, he would have been the fifth person and you would be in the clear for the rest of the series.
Doesn't look like a nothing to me.
We still have Zach's movie tonight, remember?
It's still early. And didn't you say your shift will end around 5 or 6? What about... Hey, Isabella, wait up!
Not the usual autumn draft, but it's still a welcome change from the stifling atmosphere inside the mansion. Ash's footsteps are quickly behind me, the sole of his shoes thumping hard against the polished concrete in awkward cadence as he rushes to catch up. He calls out twice, so obviously she's ignoring him and he's sprinting behind her. Whispers calling me back, shadows beckoning, help me, help me. I don't look back because I'm freaked. We spend the ride back to relative quiet manner, so we spent the ride back in silence while we listened to Ash's terrible ringtone on his radio. Occasionally Ash will reach out to fiddle with it until the signal settles, or it's respectable volume, but otherwise he doesn't say anything. Neither do I. However, if the furtive glances... No furtive... Fuck. He's I don't know what furtive means. I've never heard that word before. Glances he's been spending my way are signs. I know there are things I've been itching to ask since we left the mansion. I keep my eyes trained on the passes and scenery. Fuck, I can't read for some fucking reason. This passing scenery, in the small hope that my disinterest will dissuade him.
Here.
All of a sudden, he tosses me something from a small compartment on his side. It hits me cleanly in the chin before I can make a move to catch it. The small package makes a soft landing on my lap instead.
Sorry.
Ash is so cool. Glare I send him wipes the smirk about to form cleanly off his face. He clears his throat, focusing his eyes on the road. I swear he did that on purpose. He threw it in her face on purpose. Come on. Ignoring him, I flip the half-forgotten package on my lap.
I won't say no to free food, but why are you giving away cereal bars?
The fact that this is an actual candy that I've had, that looks like Kellogg's too. What the fuck?
I always have one on my person, and you look like you're about to pass out back there. Have you eaten lunch yet?
She didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. That's nice. No surprise there. I did skip breakfast, and Becca did ask me if I've eaten anything, and I told her I ate moldy bread, so... I was hoping to get a small meal after. I guess with everything going on, I just forgot about it. Wait, hold on. How much time do I have left? 50. Okay, well, this recording's probably gonna get fucked up, and I don't really want to restart, so I'm gonna stop right here. But, I'll try again next time. So, yes, I do. So, thank you.